Your website needs you, Matthew.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
That was World War One, I think. Kitchener?
What? No, that was World War II, wasn't it? Like with the Uncle Sam posters?
Yeah, but Kitchener was English. I think Kitchener might have been World War One. Then we learned from how terrible war was, and the Americans didn't quite have the same involvement. But speaking of America, this is my United States.
Look at all those American flags up there.
Damn right. I'm a patriot from another country. So, this is World War II. Instead, in this alternate timeline, this is Hearts of Iron 4. I don't know if I introduced the game properly. But it's a big strategy game from Paradox. You know the kind of games. A lot of numbers, a lot of spreadsheets.
Yeah.
And this one is fucking great. I don't know if it's better than Stellaris, but I can't stop thinking about playing it. And I've played like 30 hours of it already. So in this alternate World War II, I was playing as America, and I didn't join the Allies. So basically, Germany has completely taken over Europe and Russia, and Japan's taken over all of Asia, and Italy's taken over all of Africa. And, you know, the globe's looking pretty grim, because now the fascists control most of the globe.
So, what, America's just, like, only protecting America?
Yeah, I formed the League of Americas, we've called it. And that's basically me, Mexico, Venezuela, the Philippines, like a lot of Pacific and South American countries, basically. And then, right, because we stayed out of the war. We were like, I was funding some wars. I was organizing coups in Soviet Russia when that still was around.
You were helping the Axis in secret.
No, I was helping all sides in secret. I was undermining everybody. I was like giving weapons to the British while also like, inciting like communist revolts in France and stuff. I was all over the place. Being America, I wanted the world to burn. You know, it's not really that different from it is today.
Yeah, I mean, if you heard that their future president, Donald Trump, is asking why the US don't just nuke ISIS...
Oh my god, I did! I heard that! I watched the fucking TV thing. I think it was MSNBC.
Yeah, so you're completely right. America wants the world to burn.
I mean, let's be honest, like, George W. Bush wanted the world to burn because it's good for the economy. That's not secret, that's how it was.
The war economy, son.
It's also what got America out of the Depression, you know. They literally had a war economy after World War II.
Yeah. Did you know George W. Bush played college ball? He could have gone pro.
I didn't
he
know
hadn't
that.
Got into politics.
I didn't know that. Why would I know that?
He told me that as he was riding his giant mech.
Are you sure you're not talking about like Vladimir Putin or someone?
I'm talking about Senator Armstrong.
Yes, sure. I wasn't that far from Senator Armstrong because I went full nuclear. Go to GameDropZone.com. It's a website. You can go there with a search engine, and you will find in the month of July, late in the month of July, I made a big post about this alternate timeline in which I documented my horrible run-in with nukes. I know I'm saying this about my own work, but somebody has to. It's like really interesting, I think. I'm not going to say it's like well written or whatever. Make that decision for yourself. But like, I think it's really interesting piece I wrote about nukes and the mechanics of it and what happened in my weird timeline. It's super long, but if you're bored, check it out. So this was before my nuclear disaster happened. Fucking Japan has got so many ships. It's not even funny. So I stopped Pearl Harbor from happening. Basically, like things like Pearl Harbor and like big history things. They will happen in this game through what's called national focuses, I think they're called. Each country has them, but the big countries have unique ones. So America, for example, depending on who's at war, what's happening in the state of things, you can organize several different plans, and they're like trees, basically, of events that will happen. You effectively research them, but they're basically like things that will happen. So, if like Britain turned fascist, there's an alternate plan for like what America will do in that, circumstances. Maybe they'll join with Russia or something.
It's cool.
So it's like really cool because you can play it out exactly as history was, or make your alternate shit like I have. It's fucking really cool game. So I've just landed troops in Peru, and Peru went fascist. Then Japan attacked me. Now I'm attacking Peru, and Peru's joined the Axis. So it's like,
wow.
It's very realistic in that sense where, at the time, if a country happened, they would lean towards the Allies, the Axis, or whatever. And like I said, the communists are all dead. I didn't tell you what I did with the communists. So I funded a democratic uprising in Russia as Russia was beating the Germans. So, like, World War was... Well, it was about, like, maybe a couple of years off still, but it would have won, basically, Russia. And then I funded a democratic uprising in Russia, and that crippled the Russians, because now they were fighting on three fronts. They were fighting against the Japanese, they were fighting against the Germans, and their own people. And what happened was Axis took over all of Russia.
Oh my god.
So, like, it totally backfired, because now we have Germans, basically, on the other side of the Pacific. But it was so fucking cool. You can fund coups, you can give people tanks, all sorts of shit. You can do naval invasions like D-Day, you can...
Wow.
Oh, this is the most exciting game, like, ever.
How much is this?
I think the game is about £30, £35 or something. But I bought I think it's the Kernel Edition that comes with the Season Pass, so it was about 60. I bought it because we had just finished our degree and somebody gave me some money as like a gift. And my family, and I was like, well, fucking this game came out, I might as well buy this. And I definitely don't regret it. It's a really cool game.
I'm really interested in this now. I mean, yesterday I played Dwarf Fortress for like 10 hours, and I want to play more today, but now instead I want to play this.
It's really, if you want to like fantasize of a spreadsheet, if you want to like enjoy a game that's like really, mechanically complex and hard to learn, but then also lets you like imagine these fantasy scenarios, it facilitates them really well. This is really good. It's the same thing as Stellaris, kind of. The games aren't exactly the same mechanically, but they capture the same feel, and Stellaris is sci-fi.
How's the combat? It looks kind of Civ-esque with the, like, not hexes, but different bits of territory you fire across. So
yeah, obviously, infantry, you have to move through these different regions. There's different movement. It's more complex than Civ because it's like your ability to attack an enemy is based off like organization and manpower. Manpower basically being health. It's the number of people in your unit. But you also have to worry about equipment and support equipment. So if I don't equip my army properly, I could be going into battle with like Germans with submachine guns and shit, level 3 equipment and stuff, with my fucking like single shot firing weapons and things. And it's not just a case of upgrading and then everyone has them either. You have to have supply lines so that the people at the front line get the new equipment. And it's like so you're seeing a lend-lease in progress there. It's not so different than that, where you have to organize the factories and what each factory is outputting. It's like insane.
Oh my god.
It's like all the Paradox games. It's insane till you get it, and then you forget about the 10 hours you spent trying to understand it, and then it's suddenly the simplest thing in the world for you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I understand that. Like I said, I've been playing Dwarf Fortress a bit and just trying to explain, like, how stuff in that game works, and they're like, I don't get it. But I'm like, no. I mean, I put 10 hours into learning it, and now it just makes complete sense to me of how this stuff works. So I understand what you mean.
Yeah, it's what I love about all of the Paradox games, and I would probably love it about Dwarf Fortress as well. It's so much fun. So my ally, Venezuela, I think it was. I'm not entirely certain about my South American countries, but they just gave me like most of their army. So now I have twice as many men in South America.
I love that you decide not to join the Allies. Instead, you decide to team up with South America. That's a great move on your part.
Well, right. So the way I rationalized it was we're still democratic. We're still the good guys, as we like to call ourselves. Although I did fucking drop 30 nukes on the home islands, so... But anyway, we're still the good guys. I hate that expression, but we're still democratic, but, like, I figured... America got its independence from Britain, and when World War II starts, it's still like a lot of European countries invading other countries. You've got, obviously Germany invading everyone. You've got Italy invading Africa. So the way I looked at it was, America could have gone in a direction where it wanted to oppose those sort of like superpowers, because they were all in Britain, all in Europe at the time. And so I rationalized it as like, well, America's trying to make its own base of countries over here, over the sea, to oppose whatever the outcome is of World War II. Didn't work that way.
Can you play as any country in this game?
You can play as any country. My first game was as Greece. Greece had fucking nothing. I had like 2 factories and a tank. It was real bad.
So could you play as Poland and stop Germany from invading you and starting the war?
I mean, it's going to be real hard because it's Germany invading you, but yes.
That's cool.
free DLC. I don't know if it's free. If it might have just been a pre-order bonus, but that was to basically you can play as any country you want with the base game, but they added a Poland DLC which gives them like unique national focuses and stuff, and like unique tank skins and stuff. Most countries have like the same national focuses. They're just based around technologies, but maybe like the top 10 countries, so like America, Britain, Poland, Germany, they have like unique trees of events. It's really cool. The game's really cool. And then I played as Brazil. That was the second game I played, and Brazil had fucking nothing because most of their country at the time was like rainforest. And it's fun, but it's also hard because you obviously can't determine the outcome of the war based on like your 40,000 men. You know, because like it's the way manpower works. Oh, that's the other thing. You've got to set like obviously you can change your government, you can implement your people, you can spark civil wars. In your own country, I mean. You know, like in my latest game, me as Britain, I've turned fascist and joined the Germans, betraying the Allies. It's fucking savage. Now we're invading America, and I've got what's called subjugation battalions, because you can make your own divisions of like units and stuff. So you can say, well, in this type of company, call it what you want, call it this division or whatever, you'll have like 3 squadrons of tanks and 40,000 men. It's so cool, and you choose their equipment, and this game is awesome. This game is really cool.
Wow. It sounds it.
If you want to hear a really good story mixed with some like some criticism of the mechanics around nukes, particular, check out my article. I'll link it in the description of this. It basically follows on from this video because it's like what happens 2 years later when the war in the Pacific goes real south real quickly. Fucking Iwo Jima's never going to be the same again. I'm telling you. Really cool game. I haven't written a review for it because I bought it a bit later, but I would fucking endorse it to anyone who likes it. Anything I've just said, basically, if it sounds appealing.
Yeah.
And yeah, check that out, GameDropZone.com. Thank you.